Hello everybody, and this is John Doe from Dino, and today we will be watching another high-rated duel. We have Evo Penguin at 1326 versus PETA CV at 1429. And quickly enough, we already know what that PETA is using. It's going to be a Dark World deck. We see a tour guide. I just recently updated my Dark World deck, so now it only has 13 monsters. So now, maybe later I'll actually show you guys my deck. So we see a drag down, so that quickly tells us that his card in his hand is most likely a monster. So he discards the Mystical Space Typhoon, so hopefully that was, I guess that was completely necessary so that he can keep the Gates of Dark World. So he returns his Brow to his hand so he can special summon the Grapha. He doesn't actually use his effect when he was discarded by drag down. He could have, though. He doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. So let's see what Evo is thinking about penguins. Okay, now we see another tour guide. There's a lot of tour guides everywhere. I mean, in the previous video, we saw first turn 3 tour guides in one Sangan in the same hand. And I'm like, what is with these tour guides? They're everywhere. I can't wait until they're at least limited. I mean, really, they're just way too common, way too popular. And it was really smart of Konami to actually make the tour guide to go down, but that tells us instantly that they're probably going to make tour guide like into one or something like that, so that, you know, like they want to make as much money as possible. So he takes his tour guide with the mind control, which is also a possible candidate for the being banned, and I forgot to put that in my little list of cards that should be banned or whatever. So he special summons Levier, so that tells us he's going to be some kind of banishing deck probably. It could be another Chaos Dragon deck. So he uses his Smashing Ground. It could actually also be a Rabbit deck because he has a Smashing Ground, of course, and they run Smashing sometimes. They go over their very powerful monsters. So since he has a Brow, he can technically special summon his... don't mind that little thing. You did not see that at all. So he has another drag down, so he discards the Cabazals, whatever. So that instantly tells us that he has that he's using a Rabbit deck. So it's gonna be another Rabbit versus Dark World deck. So that also tells us that since he discarded the Brow, that means he probably has another Dark World monster in hand, probably a Snow. So he's gonna so now he's using the Gates of Dark World effect. I'm also seeing a lot of Dark World decks. Lately I've been seeing a lot of Machina, Chaos Dragons, and Dark Worlds, and I'm getting kind of sick of seeing all these decks common. Okay, so he special summons the Silva with the Gates, and he negates it with a Solemn Warning, so that was okay. So he can't bring back the Grapha, so he's taking a risk now. He's going to negate his negation with a Solemn Judgment. So that's actually pretty interesting. Hopefully that was worth it to get out the Grapha. He might be using... Yeah, he's getting out the Grapha. So, that means he's really desperate to get out that Grapha, apparently. Even though he could have actually normal summoned. The Silva probably could have been the card that the other monster that Evo Penguin probably could have used, discarded. Huh. So he destroys the Levier. That was smart. And we see a Rescue Rabbit already. He didn't even ask if that was okay. Oh, it really doesn't matter. Usually Dark Worlds don't run anything like Solemn Warning. I mean, since I changed my decks, it's only like 13 monsters. I decided to actually have just to try out the Solemn Brigade, but whatever. So he uses the Torrential Tribute on the Cabazol's summon. So that was pretty smart actually to activate it then. So he gets out the tour guide. I need to slow down. He searches the tour guide with Sangan. So that tells us that the only card left in his hand is the tour guide, of course. Oh, okay. So that probably tells us that he has another the Gates of Dark World, and it's gonna chain with the Reckless Greed. So I mean, it's gonna draw 2 cards, but unfortunately, he can't draw after that. For 2 turns, of course. I also have the Reckless Greed inside the deck. Does he actually have another the Gates? No, he does not. However, he does have card destruction, which basically means game in a lot of situations. I've actually been able to FTK, not OTK, FTK, one turn with card destruction and a bunch of monsters. I've done that more than once. Which is why just card destruction is just way, way too powerful now with the Dark Worlds. So we see a monster reborn, and it looks like it's probably going to be game. Well, yeah, that's definitely game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that short duel, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.